So I sell fabric. It's a passion turned into something that I can call my retirement plan. And actually I have an outfit that I stitched from a fabric I bought then and it's still there. Wow. It has never faded, only I've added weight. So I wouldn't call them kitenge. You know, kitenge is the ones that people buy from Uganda. In 2013 I joined campus to do my master's. Yes. And honestly I didn't have money. So the first time I did a direct shipment via DHL, I think I broke even. I never even made anything.
Yeah. And as for Olosholang, it's another beautiful week. And today on our segment, Respect the Hustle, we meet one beautiful lady who loves kitenge, kinte, African materials, just beautiful work. So she's going to introduce herself and tell us more about this particular venture. Karibuni.
So my name is Nekesa Wafula, and I'm an agricultural economist by profession. But at the end of the day, I have things that I like and I have a passion for, and that is fabric. So I sell fabric as part of my hobbies and passion, because I love seeing people look good. And especially that when you look at the Kenyan market generally, whatever is sold out there, yes, it has beautiful prints and all that, but sometimes the quality is really lacking. And even those that are very like the high quality ones, you find that they are quite expensive. So my love for fabrics came when I actually went to Ghana one time. It was a work related trip, but when I went to the market, I think my head just buzzed of how I could pick all these fabrics and take them back to Kenya. So I bought a few pieces, about 20. And by the time I had reached, I think that time is when WhatsApp had just started. So I sent a few pieces to my friends, and by the time I reached Kenya, they had all sold out. I didn't even have one for myself.
Wow.
So then I thought, why not? Why not try to bring in fabric from Ghana, because they are good quality fabrics. So I started from there. Yeah. But when it was starting, it was more like, today I have fabric. 3 months I don't have. Yeah. So because of course, the connections to bring the fabrics and also the quantities. Yeah. When you look at the quantities you want to import, sometimes it's limiting and it's also quite expensive. And I always blame Africa anyway, because our logistics within the continents are very expensive. Yeah. So that's how I started. Okay. Yes.
Nekesa. Okay, beautiful name, by the way.
Thank you. It means to harvest.
Oh, okay. Oh, Nekesa.
Yeah, to kesa
nice.
means harvesting.
To kesa.
Yes, it means harvesting, and specifically millet.
Sasa Nekesa, I want us to go from, uko chini, primary school, secondary school.
Yeah.
We see whether this passion started then or it's just a now thing.
You'll be shocked about my journey.
Okay.
So primary school, I schooled partly in Nairobi, as those who are told we are born Tao. But we are not really born Tao, because of the way we were brought up, we're more rural than town. Okay. So schooled partly in Nairobi. I went to Juja Road Primary. I'm proud to be a Juja Road Primary School student. And then I cleared my primary in Central Primary in Kitale. Okay. Then from there I went to Loreto Limuru, and then proceeded to Maseno to do my BSc in horticulture. And after that, I've worked for a fertilizer company. So I've been in I'm actually in the agriculture sector. I can't say that I'm not. I'm still in the agriculture sector because of my professional training. So worked for a fertilizer company. And that's where, through my interactions, then I bumped into the fabrics. But I always say fabrics are still cotton. So cotton is still in the agricultural industry. So I'm still in the industry in one way or another. Then I did an MSc in Agriculture Economics, having that I like money, so I moved to where the money is.
All right.
Yeah, and then now I'm doing some work related to soil, and as well as my passion.
Okay, first professionally you said you jina mimi nikisema na mimi ni Masai
nitasema Agricultural Economist.
That's
my training.
Agricultural
Economist.
How is it by them being in that field as a woman?
It's challenging. Agriculture has very few women. Yeah. So in as much as we have fewer women, we still have very few people in agricultural industry. Okay. So we encourage more young people to actually join the agricultural industry so that we can continue producing cotton. Yeah. because if it's not produced, then
There's no
obviously
fabric.
there's no fabric in the
Yeah,
future. So we
yeah.
need to have more young people coming into agriculture. It's a fun industry, I would say. I've enjoyed so much being in the agriculture industry. So we need young people who we can then mentor to take over our post. We can't be there forever. So we need more young people there. Yeah.
Okay. So you told us about education, baka office.
Yes.
And then now you were here at this thing that you do. You're saying it's a passion?
It's a passion,
Okay.
which I've turned into something that I can call my retirement plan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because
okay.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you have to do something that you love.
Yeah.
I love agriculture, yes, but there's something that when you wake up and feel like you really want to do something that would create impact in a way that you'd sleep smiling, then for me this is what I like doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh wow. So you were at Ghana? How did okay, now tell me the story behind these beautiful fabrics here.
So I went to Ghana.
Yeah.
And it was more of, again, related to agriculture conference. So then I said, okay, Ghana is known for, I asked a friend, what can I buy?
Yeah.
And I had this per diem, which I hadn't used. So I then talked to my boss. I'm like, now that I haven't used this money, what do I do with it? It's like, you do whatever you want with it, so long as when you get back to the office, you return.
Okay.
You can be able to account and return whatever you haven't used. So my friend Ida took me to the market. Okay. And she told me, let me take you to where you can buy good fabric. She's Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's why I had to remember her name. Ida.
Ida.
Ida, yes. So Ida took me to the market. By then she makes chocolate for you. Yes, because Ghana is also known for chocolate, for cocoa. Yeah, so apart from the fact that they grow cocoa, they also grow a lot of cotton. They have the industry that manufactures these fabrics, because most of them during the Cote d'Ivoire civil war, they actually moved the factories to Ghana. So that's why you find that there's a lot of printing and making of fabric in Ghana. But also traditionally, West Africa is known for very nice woven, hand-painted fabrics. So I think this is just their culture. And as much as in other parts of Africa we still have, but I think West Africa just took it to another level. So then I went, and I think I was the most confused person because I saw color. That's the first thing I saw, color.
Yeah. And this particular day, you have never had interest materials?
No. By then, no. I had zero interest, zero interest in fabrics. Yeah. Then I was like, how come Kenya we don't have such things? Yeah. How come Kenya we don't have a market that sells such beautiful things? And I wanted to pick everything, and I was there negotiating like a Kenyan, trying to get as much as I can. Then people are telling me, how will you get all these fabrics? You can't buy more than, because even if you get to the airport, you're going to be taxed. Oh, yeah. There's the issue of tax, which I'm going to talk about also, because it also affects trade within Africa. But I just got so excited about how they can take fabric to another level, and the fact that it was quality fabric. It was not just any fabric, it was actually quality fabric. And that's how that thought of, why can't I? How can I get this to Kenya? That's how I started, yes.
So tell me about the market. How many pieces did you take? Hiyo pesa yako ndogo.
Hiyo pesa yangu ndogo ilinunua material around 20 pieces. 20 pieces, yeah. Okay. And by then I think...
By this time, ulikuwa unajua which one is the best?
No. I never knew what was good.
So whatever your eyes loved.
Yeah. But now, where I was taken, it was specifically wooden. So when we talk about wooden, we're talking about this spread. So this is what I found.
No wonder you're in love with wooden.
Yeah.
It was your first love.
It was my first love, and then the fact that I was told it doesn't shrink, it doesn't run. This you can wear for years, even 10 years you still have. And actually I have an outfit that I stitched from a fabric I bought then and it's still there. Wow. It has never faded, only I've added weight. Yeah, but it's still there. And even the ones that I bought after, they're still as good as new. Maybe I'm just bored with the design or something. So when we talk about wooden, this is what we are talking about.
This thing is thick.
So, and again, as you've mentioned, thick. So they have different types of wooden. So we have these normal ones which you can make shirts with, dresses with. They are a bit light. Then we have these heavy ones which you can make jackets with. You can make upholstery with. You can do so much with it, depending on what you want to do it with. There are people who make steel dresses from this, but they would not be so.
heavy.
It's very heavy. Yeah, it's very heavy. And then it's also warm. So during winter, you can put on that, or when it's cold, you can actually make an outfit that would keep you warm. But what I like about Woodin, and what I was told was that if you buy this print, you'll never get it again. So I was so...
twins.
And that's what I like, because with Woodin, I can get singular prints. Like I can take one piece of this, another piece of maybe the same but in a different colorway, take another piece, just single prints that would then at the end of the day make my collection for selling locally.
So you took 20 pieces of Woodin.
Then I started sending WhatsApps to, of course, bado nikiwa huko. So I tumad WhatsApps to my friends, family, my sisters, and they took some. So I think they took about 15. Then I was remaining with 5. Then I was like, these 5, either I'll sell or I'll stitch for myself. But remember, that money is not mine. Lazima nirudishe. So then I started calculating, if I sold it at a profit, I would return the money and still make something. So I did my costings, and then I was able to at least make some. It was not a lot of money, but at least I made something. And that's how the idea of just coming up to get good fabric and sell came up.
I love these prints. But now I don't even understand anything about kitenge. And I'm sure someone out there is wondering why we're talking about prints and fabric and beauty. And so just, tell us about this. What are these?
So I wouldn't call them kitenge. Kitenge is the ones that people buy from Uganda. Let me give you a picture of a kitenge. There's that last one. This you'd say it's a kitenge. I would categorize it as a kitenge, but maybe not. But this is what we know. So if a print like this was presented to me, I would say nipe kitenge.
So it's about the print, maybe.
It's about the print. It's about also the culture of the people and how the presentation. How it looks. So there are some that actually look like kitenge, but like now what I've worn.
I don't think I can say this is kitenge.
If you don't look closely, it would not fall under kitenge. But it is actually a fabric that is an African print. I like calling them African prints. So with this, I would say it's a kitenge. But when prints have a meaning, because with the Woodin specifically, every print has a story. If you check on their website, you'll find every print has a story. The same to GTP, which is Ghana Textile Products. Like what I'm wearing is GTP. It has a story. Don't ask me what this means.
It has something behind it.
It has a story behind it. So like I remember during when was this, the election time of Ghana, they produced the print, GTP produced the print that had glasses for the president. And you couldn't quite tell they were glasses if you wouldn't look closely, but they were exactly the glasses of that president. So it was a print that appreciated the president.
Nice.
They also have prints that like the Woodin, for example, they have the African heritage prints. So like for example, this would tell a story of maybe a certain community. So you'd find that these prints are used by a specific community, because these are, if you look at Golafin, which is the original hand printed fabric, then you find that some of the communities used to have paintings. So they're just trying to translate that into print and make it at least affordable, because even the hand printed ones are very expensive.
Because of course.
So they are tribal. We call them tribal prints.
Now I understand where tribal came from. Because I saw this. Your cushions. And it kinda, there's that tribal.
So most of the tribal prints have lines like what you saw, the black and white. The one that I had so many. Those ones, those are black, and those are mostly tribal print, and they are so African. If you even come to Kenya, where people were doing the fabrics, you'd find those tribal prints in using lines. Yeah, so they actually have meaning in the African culture.
Wow. Okay.
So, and that's why I think Udin just stands out
Yeah.
in terms of representation of the African print or the African culture.
Yeah. I love this thing. Huh?
Even look at this one. It also has.
Yeah. Now this I've seen.
Yeah.
The tattoos people are doing nowadays are tribal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something. Yeah. So if you look at it, then this looks more African than
True.
even this.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Very true. This is the kitenge. You know, when you remember mamas those days.
Yes.
Kitenge.
Kitenge.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's totally different. So for me, even when I do my sales, I don't say I sell kitenge. I sell Udin.
Yeah, Udin.
Or African prints.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so here you are. You have to return the money back. So your capital was actually not actually money set aside for you to start this particular venture.
It wasn't. But I could have gone to do something else with that money. I would have gone out, maybe shopping for my own things. Yeah. But I just thought
maybe even chocolate.
Yeah, or chocolate at the airport, which I could have probably claimed, and maybe it would have not really helped me.
Yeah.
But just looking at this was an opportunity.
So you came and sold them. You returned the office money back.
Yes.
What did you do with the profit?
I ate it because I didn't know business then.
Oh.
Really, honestly, I was very young. It was money that I could just,
Yeah.
But then later on is when I thought, actually, I made money out of that. So that was years later. So
the first stock ulileta haukuendelea nayo kwanza?
No, sikuendelea nayo. I was young. I just spoiled myself with the money.
It was this good money.
Yeah, to go and spoil myself.
Yeah.
And then I stitched one outfit with it.
Now the remaining 5 that you didn't sell?
They were sold out. Oh. So I sold to my neighbors, and then one I stitched. Yeah. Then from there, now, by then, I think I was working in Nakuru. So when I came back to Nairobi, I started looking for people to sell me fabric. And I was very specific. I want those ones from Ghana.
Yeah.
I didn't want from Nigeria.
Yes.
I wanted from Ghana.
Okay.
Then by then, I had a friend who used to travel to West Africa. So I said, you need to bring me fabric. Yeah. I don't know how you're going to bring it, but you need to bring. Yeah. And by then, she used to go to Nigeria. They told me, but the Udin in Nigeria is a bit light. It's not like the one from Ghana. Actually, they are different. Oh,
so you'll get the same company, but
yes,
now different.
Yeah, different. Okay. Where Udin sells, I think they have specifically, I think because of the weather also, because you can't take some heavy stuff to a country that is extremely hot. Yeah, and then also I think cost of production, transportation, all those things. So I found the Udins from Nigeria were a bit light than compared to what I had, because initially I still had the fabric from what I had stitched. Yes. So you could tell the quality. Not that it was bad, but it was just lighter. Slightly light, yeah. So every time I would get product, I would say, this from Nigeria, then this from Ghana. Oh, eventually, I could tell the difference. And that's how I became so keen in knowing different products, just by their weights, by their feel. Yeah. So I would touch, and I would be like, some fabrics you'd touch like this, you'd feel the color that has been printed. Yeah, you can top. Actually. Yeah, I've seen, sometimes I see people. Yeah, pana. So there's some you actually do this, you feel the color on top. But also it helps you to feel the threads, how they've been.
I heard you say about actually thread counting and all.
Thread count. Okay. You can't count, but you can feel.
Oh, okay.
It's like buying Egyptian cotton. You also feel and you feel this is cotton. It has a high thread count.
Maybe I will feel.
Feel. Just touch this and touch that. You'd feel. And touch this.
Okay, yeah, you can tell there's a difference. But now maybe
this one has a higher thread count than this. Yeah. Anyway, so you can feel all that. Like I started becoming more curious. This is not something I've studied. I'm sure even whatever I might be saying might not be professional in terms of the people who have studied this. Yes. Yeah, but from my experience in terms of what I have traded in, then that is what. Okay. Yeah. So
eventually, how did you start and decide this is going to be a venture you're going in full?
So in 2013, 13. No, actually before that, I still used to sell.
Yeah.
Because there was someone used to go and at least bring, okay, they would of course make their profit.
Yes.
Because they have to pay taxes at the airport and all that. Then I would buy and resell.
Yeah.
But I was doing it just as like having an extra income on top of what I was earning every month. And I thought that was sustainable because at some point I really was supplying a good amount of fabric.
Okay.
And then at some point also when you get friends who are just traveling, not necessarily for business, then at least you make a little more profit than, because you'd only pay for their maybe the, what is it called, the weight, the cargo, and the small tax that you pay. Yeah, which is okay. Then at least the rest you sell, you make a little bit more money than if there was a broker in between. So that is what happened. Then the person who used to go frequently stopped going. Because for me, I wouldn't order 100 kgs. That was a lot of money. I had no money to invest. So I said, okay, fine, I have to think through what to do. So I started looking again. Then someone popped up again. We did some business. Then again disappeared. So in 2013 is when I thought, okay, 2013 I joined campus to do my master's. And honestly, I didn't have money. In fact, I think I enrolled for that master's and I didn't even know where my school fees was coming from.
Wow.
It was by faith. And at the same time, someone popped up to be bringing me fabric.
Wow.
So honestly, I survived with fabrics the first almost half of that year. Yes, half of my first year in campus in terms of my master's. So I would sell fabric and I would really push to have like maybe 30K so that profit, so that I can at least survive. I have to pay rent. I have to pay upkeep. Because I was waiting, I was on hold for a scholarship. So you can imagine that period, you're on hold for a scholarship, you have expenses, you have, and you're just living. Utaomba pesa wapi? Na uko shule. So I did that, and then luckily my scholarship went through. So now I focused on my studies, but at the same time now they were coming in. I didn't have so much pressure. Then I did that. Yes. Then in 2019, I actually registered a company. I went ahead. I toyed with the idea. I went to a citizen and just started toying. I think it took me like 3 months to finish. And it's not a process that will take you long, but for me, I was still toying with the idea. I want to take my business to the next step. I want to make it an actual business. And from 2019 is when now I got serious, because I got suppliers. I actually got suppliers who I can call. Not about 3 or 4 of them who I can call. Now the challenge was bringing them here. Because cargo is expensive. That time I think tax was also very expensive. There was the 25% excess tax which you have to pay. So the first time I did a direct shipment via DHL, I think I broke even. I never even made anything. Then I had to evaluate and say, what do I need to do? So I did my math. I was like, do I use 80 cargo? Do I use what? I evaluated until I landed on a more sustainable way of doing it. Again, the challenges are there because sometimes you don't have enough money to even pay for that cargo. When maybe a client wants a specific print, say for example, a client has liked this, and probably they just want 5 pieces. You can't just import 5 pieces. You have to probably wait until you have stock, and then you can bring in. Sometimes that's a delay. Maybe you stock up and then you bring, then the client says, I'm not interested, umechelewa. I've had such cases, by the way. Yes, there's a time you bring in even 5 pieces. Like I remember this particular print. I brought it in. I brought around 6 pieces, and obviously I can't use this for. I don't stock more than 5 pieces or even 1 for a particular print, unless it's a print that moves very fast. That I can stock many. But when you have a print that is not moving, and you're sure it will not move, it could probably be wanted for a uniform. Then when it reached, the client said no. And that time you're thinking, do I send them back to Ghana? I can't. You can't. You can't send them back. You take it, you bite your loss, and you move on. And then maybe down the line, like 3 months later, someone else can buy 1 piece, another one piece, and then with time they can end. So what we do also is I do a lot of sales. So like now it's heading to, it's almost the beginning of summer, what we would call summer here. Like, yeah, so then I would do a sale.
Oh, okay.
Christmas time I would do a sale.
Oh, okay.
Though I haven't done many this year because of COVID and all that. And then also the limitation of going out. Yeah, because right now even the shows are so limited.
Yeah,
because we'd go to shows and all, we can't.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that with time I can be able to also just take a flight
Yeah.
and go there myself,
Yeah.
because I know the suppliers.
Oh no, you
I
know
already
at least you
have, I already know who I can talk to.
Yeah.
I already know who, like I've done my homework properly, so I can go there and buy.
Yeah.
And I think even in 2018, I did a crowdfunding.
Oh.
I was hoping that I could raise enough money
Yes.
to actually board a flight and go and bring stock, put up a god. I was so ambitious.
Wow.
Put up a go down and
Yeah,
just have
for
a
all
supermarket
this,
for
yeah.
fabrics.
Nice.
Yeah,
It
but
is
my
something
dream
you
is
can
still
still do.
valid. Yeah, my dream is still there. I'm still there. I
yeah.
haven't given up.
Actually, utapata wateja.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that one time you can walk into, because I've been contacted with several manufacturers, but I can't because of the commitment of like the fee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what we want right now, let's sell what we can.
Yeah. So I see you have a little model with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's your number one fan.
Yes,
Aw.
and we actually go with her to the shows.
Ah.
Yeah, send your mama.
Like she models for you.
She does for the kids
Oh,
line.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really
I'll share a
cute.
few photos.
Yeah. Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
So now eventually Tay is here with your materials. So I've seen some clothes that you've done. Do you stitch?
I actually don't stitch. What I do is I work with tailors or designers who know what they are doing.
Oh, okay.
So what I do is through my experience, I just always onboard new tailors or designers, depending on the particular line, because there are some who are very good with jackets, some are good with dresses, some are good with suits. So depending on how the client, so because what I get is that some of my clients buy the fabric, then they ask, so where can we stitch?
Yeah.
Because they also don't want to spend on the fabric and then go and get a tailor or a designer who'll spoil their
kuna watu hawataona binguni
ni tailors, si ndio? Lakini sasa we are trying to change that narrative.
Okay.
So what we do is we link you to the tailor.
Yeah.
So and we always advise you before you stitch, if you're comfortable, get a cheaper fabric.
Okay.
Then you can stitch. If then it comes out well and you're comfortable with that, then you can take your fabric.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So I normally pick a fabric, take it to a tailor and tell them just stitch. Then I start looking at how is the finishing, how is the fitting, how is it comfortable, because that's one thing you need to check.
Okay.
Are the shoulders fitting well? Because huku saa zingine inaletanga shida, either imehang ama iko very tight, you can't lift your arms. Can you lift your arms?
Yeah,
and all
especially
that.
people like me who are really blessed.
So once I'm comfortable with that, and also my team is comfortable, then we onboard them as part of our partners.
Oh, okay.
So whatever we have in our stock is actually from our partners.
Okay.
Yeah. So then when someone sees and they are happy with what the stitching, how the stitching looks like, then we just tell them this is from this particular, but we give them the whole list.
Yes.
So then they can be able to choose. Yeah.
So how is the market? The kitenge, African print and kinte. How is the market out here? In Kenya especially.
I would say it's growing. People are appreciating. I think you saw the directive by the government to have is it the Fridays, the Fridays where you wear African shirts, and I think it promoted a lot of the Buy Kenya, Build Kenya, which we really try to promote. I'm a member of Kenya Fashion Council.
Nice.
So with that, then we work together just to ensure that we're also buying Kenya, Build Kenya, or Buy Africa, Build Africa, because we are one continent.
Yes.
We might lack in some as a country, but we might get from another African country and stitch it here. Still Buy Africa, Build Africa, or Buy Kenya and Build Kenya. So we're encouraging people to buy from local tailors. We also can do good work. I think you've seen what I've worn.
Yeah, you look really nice.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't have personally thought it's kitenge material or African print.
Yeah, if you come to us, we sit down with you. We ask you what you actually need the outfit for. Then we look at our fabrics and look at what can we give you that can go to the office, that you can use to church. Then we come up and now we direct it to the designers who now come up with outfits for you. Yeah, so we are hoping that people can embrace the African culture, at least what we know as African culture. Because again, the story of African prince is a whole new thing. Yeah, so we need to start supporting.
Quick one. What is the disadvantage? What are the difficulties, the challenges that you have right now?
There's the influx of like low quality fabrics, and of course the price. I wouldn't say that the fabrics are cheap. So even if you wanted to sell them, there are very specific group of people who would buy. But we want to reach out to at least as many as we can. That's why you're seeing we have a variation of whatever we have, at least to cater for the different markets. But we hope that we can get even some that are also affordable to the common masses without necessarily compromising on the quality. Because again, at the end of the day, it's about the quality. And that's what we are associated with, quality first. Quality comes first.
Another question. You're a mother. You're employed.
Yes.
Yeah, the agriculture sector.
Yes.
And you have this side hustle. How do you juggle this?
I have the support of the family. Yeah.
So it's not as hard.
It's not as hard. So if we decide we are going for a show, we'll have everyone participating. My kids will be there, helping me to set up. Hubby will be there trying to do stuff. So we all work together. So and then most shows we do them over the weekend. So we try as much as possible to make it like a family fun day. So if we go to a setup where there's maybe some kids space for playing, there's some food being served, so it's like the setup is actually we normally go.
So someone who wants to reach out and maybe buy either the material or the ready-made, atakupata wapi?
I'm online, but they can reach me on phone as well. So I will definitely share my contacts with you so that you can publish them. You can always reach out to us via phone. What we do, we share out we share out the pictures of what is in stock. Then our client can pick. We deliver to your location. We actually deliver as far as Rwanda. So and even the US. I mean, these days you can deliver anywhere. There's postal service, there's DHL, there's FedEx. You can deliver to any part of the country. We stitch. So what we require is just accurate measurements. We've had people who've just shared measurements with us and we've stitched. And on arrival, they are so happy. They've shared happy pictures with us. So it's just a matter of communicating and also you choosing. Because what we allow is to choose, and you also choose whatever design you want. You can also have access to the designers we have, because we can connect you to some of them. You discuss with them and then you come up with the design. If you want like seats, we also have people who do seats actually. One of my favorite is Love Artisan. She's based along Gong Road and she makes very good upholstery. So if you want that, or even if you want now at personal level to have like such, we can always link you to some of those carpenters and what who do that.
Online shop, the name?
PIPIRO GL.
PIPIRO GL is
one word.
PIPIRO.
So it's PIPIRO Group Limited, but it's PIPIRO GL because I can't write the whole. It's too long.
Group Limited.
So it's GL.
On Facebook, Twitter?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
The same PIPIRO GL.
Yes. And
So,
YouTube as well.
Oh, you're also on YouTube?
Yes.
Nice. So you do the whole stitching and modeling and all that? Okay. I didn't even know that. So we can check you out there. So guys, you can support her. She has really, really beautiful fabric, African print. Today, as you've seen me being taken through, I've seen the difference of kitenge, African print, and kente. So I've learned something or two. So Nekesa, it was really lovely having you. I just want you to talk to someone out there at home or someone who's thinking, what should I do? What can I do if I'm okay? Maybe they have a love for fashion or they're stitching or just something fabric related, but they're thinking this particular hustle, I have to start maybe with 100,000, with 1 million, like lump sum. And some youth there are thinking, you're not hustle here. I just advise them,
So what I would say is, I think the first thing someone needs to do is have that passion first. because passion is what drives what you do. It doesn't matter what industry you are in, you just have to have that passion. My passion lies in fabrics and also in agriculture. I think if you find me speaking in agriculture, you'll not know if I'm doing fashion.
Oh.
So I have a passion for whatever I love, I do with my whole heart. So it's good to have that passion first and drive. And then the next thing is focus. Really, when you're focused, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You can start small. You can start with I know people who go to Garissa Lodge and actually buy those fabrics at 900, retail them at 1500. So you can start from somewhere, but you know your end game. If your end game is to get to Woodin, you will get there. So it doesn't matter how much you have, really. In whatever hustle you have, just look at passion, what drives you, commitment, and whatever is available, utilize it. Don't wait for World Bank or your local MP to sponsor you. Just do whatever you have with the little you have. You can start from anywhere. I think I've been operating from home for the longest time. When we wanted to move out, COVID happened. And then I think we held back on so many things because there's the fear of spending and the fear of losing out. Because you don't want to invest and then there's nothing coming out. So right now there are a lot of businesses that are working from home. So we need to encourage those people who are having those businesses at home to continue, because in the future you'll be somewhere. Yes. And anyway, we are taking everything online now. Online platforms.
True. So Adao, it was a lovely time here. Enjoy. I've learned a few things about fabric, and also now I have a new designer. So maybe if you wanna look out and just pattern these fabrics anywhere, please kindly make sure you check her out. PIPIRO GL. PIPIRO GL on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Kindly give her a shout. Kama unataka kutafuta high-end quality, here she is. If you want something, for any occasion, here she is. And also, as you've seen her designs, they're really unique and they're really pretty. You can go to the office with this, you can go to a function with this, and you feel really elegant and all that. So Wadau, it's been real, it's been fun. I have been your host, Nasha. Until next time, let's keep safe.
Thank you.